All right, all right. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining me in our second edition of In This Corner, our Masters Boxing live stream. Today, we'll have a special guest. I believe he's trying to get on right now, so hopefully we can get him on. If not, we'll have to make some changes, but I know he's trying to get on right now. It's none other than Mr. Brad Ginn. Will be our special guest from Alabama. Look forward to talking to him, getting some things, getting some more input on him, what he does, and everything about him as a master boxer and as a person in general. So we look forward to talk to him a little bit. But before we do that, today was going to be a special day, but it's still going to be a special day, but it's going to change a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't get all the people that so today I was going to do the awards for the boxers, the awards for the year, like most outstanding boxer of the year, match of the year, comeback of the year, comeback master boxer of the year, those type of things to highlight some of you guys and gals from 2022. Unfortunately, I didn't get all the votes and everything back from the people that I have voting for everybody. So I'm going to push it back to Tuesday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully have the award winners on live. And so we can present them the awards there when they're on live and make it a little bit more special for them in particular. So bear with me. I was hoping we could do it today, but unfortunately it came down to the last minute. I still hadn't had all the counts in and everything, so it just makes it hard for me to try to put that together last minute and whatnot. So unfortunately that will change, but we'll definitely get it done on Tuesday. So you might get a call from me or a text from me, seeing if I can get some of you guys on Tuesday that will be recipients of those awards. Let's talk tournaments, okay, and some of the things that will be happening to make it easier to find the tournaments that will be happening for Master Boxers in 2023. Most of you guys know we have a website called www.usamastersboxing.com. That's where you register for both the Las Vegas tournament and you have registered for the New Jersey tournament. Also in there's a lot of information. We're going to try to make it a little bit easier for you to find information instead of having to go through the website and trying to kind of blindly look for certain things. Specifically, for example, if you're new and you're trying to find information on how to get your yellow book or how to compete, there's a whole post that I have there on step-by-step how to do it. So we'll make it easier for people to get to that. We'll also make it easier for people that are looking for events that are Masters related or Masters tournaments. So we have an events page there that will be updated. You have to understand that most of the events don't get dates until either the end of the previous year or at the start of the year that they're going to take place. So recently I just got, I know that Rudog has a date now, New Jersey has a date now, Texas and Houston has a date. So we have a couple of dates that are set already. So we'll start updating the website and updating the events page. That way, for those that are looking for other tournaments to compete in, you will have the information. You will have the information on where to register and all those type of things. Excuse me. For those of you that are registered with the Las Vegas tournament, remember we are 2 months away. 2 months will pass very quickly. So make sure you make your final plans and get yourself ready, get yourself trained and up to date on everything. For those of you that are on the waiting list, the way that works is there's nothing I can do, nothing magical that I can do to put you in. The way it works is when somebody drops out, the first person that's on the list gets asked if they still want to be a part of the tournament. If they do, then they're in. If not, then we go to the next person and then the next person, so on and so forth. But unless somebody drops out, nothing changes. So if no one drops out, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to, unfortunately, you will have to go to another tournament or wait till the next year. And also, for everybody, happy holidays. I know we're 2 days away from Christmas, so for those of you out there, Merry Christmas, and obviously a New Year. We will get in the awards before the New Year's, I promise you that. Again, I'm disappointed we weren't able to do that today, but I don't want to sound like a broken record. We'll keep it moving. Tuesday, we'll try to get that done. All right, let's take a quick little break, and then we'll be back and see if we can get Mr. Brad Ginn on live and talk a little bit about his life. All right, hold on a second. All right. Shout out to Title Boxing. Thank you for all your support. Always supporting Masters Boxing, supporting our events, and we really appreciate it. And we want to return the love. We want to make sure we support you guys as well. Anyone that needs any boxing equipment, any of your boxing needs, please visit TitleBoxing.com. Check them out. They have great equipment, great prices, so check them out. All right. So, seems like we're having technical difficulties with Mr. Ginn. I don't see him on right now. Again, this is him. But I can't seem to get him on the call. So we'll keep him moving a little bit and see if we can get him on a little bit later. If not, I'll probably interview myself, like this. And, just talk about me for a little bit. You know what I mean? Nah, but let's do this. If you guys have any questions, any questions about Masters Boxing, any questions about myself, any questions about what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish, any events that you've attended that you've had questions about, or anything like that, post them up right now. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. All right? I know we got some people on here, so let's get a little conversation going. Get the chat room open. Let's make it happen. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. And just for the know, also, just so you guys know, on Tuesday we'll also have our special guest. Will be none other than Robert Linney, another master boxer. He's out of Watsonville, California. We'll get his story as well, and someone that's not only a great boxer but also a great person, basketball coach, and a whole bunch of different things. So we'll be interviewing him on Tuesday as well, and hopefully we'll get the awards going too. All right. Anybody have any questions? Come on, man. I know some of you gotta have some questions. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Let me put in the first question here. All right, I put up the first question there. What's going on, everybody? What's everybody doing? What do we got going? Come on. Talk to me. We got some viewers here. I know we got some viewers, so talk to me. Give me some questions. See, if Brad was on right now, this would be like Brad Ginn. For those that don't know, too, let me talk a little bit about Brad a little bit here. Brad is an incredible boxer, actually. He's an amazing job. He had a great 2022 as well. So I'll let you know right now, he's one of the finalists for the Boxer of the Year. He's gone to, I think he's won every tournament that he entered in 2022. Great boxer, takes everything very serious. For those of you, let's see. I'm here. Brad, all right. Need a new link. All right, let's do this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get Brad up in here. Let's do this real quick. Let's give me a little bit of time. So let's hear my man Doug talk a little bit about some heavy bag work, and then we'll get Mr. Ginn in here. So give me a second here. Let's get Doug in here for a minute.
The heavy bag is a cornerstone in nearly any gym. It is a fantastic tool for gaining punching power, movement, and improving every aspect of boxing training. There are also several ways you can use it to add dimensions to your workout. These drills provide variety and focus on rounding out your attack. Heavy bag drill number 1 helps you reinforce fundamentals. With this, you strictly focus on one punch at a time, practicing and perfecting it in conjunction with your footwork. Simply jab and step while you circle around the bag. Be sure you're extending your jab, rolling your shoulder, staying up on your back toe, and driving your jab from the ground up. After 3 revolutions, change to the right hand and do the same. Be sure you're shifting your weight, rotating your hips, and bringing your backhand across the entire length of your body. After 3 times around the bag, you then switch to the hook, again circling around the bag. Step, roll, throw, and step, roll, throw. Be sure you're shifting your weight properly from the back foot to the front when you roll, and turn that hook when you deliver it. Turn your hips, rotate your upper torso, and shift your weight from the front left back to your right. Drilling these punches over and over requires constant movement, upper and lower body connection, and focus. All good traits every fighter needs to have. Heavy bag drill number 2 can help you think in terms of combination punching as opposed to throwing one punch at a time. It involves working in a simple pyramid type fashion and promotes punching in volume. Start with a jab. Jab 1 time, and then jab 2 times. Next, jab 3 times, working your way all the way up to 10 punches and back down to 1. Switch and do the same thing with a cross. After that becomes easy enough, start punching in combinations, throwing a series of 1s, 2s in succession. Again, the main benefit of this drill is to program your mind and body into thinking in terms of combinations. Do this often enough, and throwing one punch at a time will seem odd and easy. Condition yourself to become an active fighter, and you also become a force to be reckoned with. Heavy bag drill number 3 is all about conditioning and punching endurance, again based on a pyramid style of working. Throw 1 jab and do 1 push-up. Throw 1, 2 and do 2 push-ups. 1, 2, 3 and 3 push-ups. Add a variety of punches until you're throwing a 10-punch combination and performing 10 push-ups in between each. Doing this from 1 all the way to 10 adds up to 55 punches and 55 push-ups, and should be doable by any competitive athlete. Once you're able to accomplish that, then work your way back down, 9, 8, 7, and so on. That will add up to another 45 punches and 45 push-ups for a total of 100 punches and 100 push-ups. Without sacrificing form, see how long that takes you and work to better your time each session. Add this to your routine regularly, and you'll be amazed at the added punching power and endurance you'll gain.
All right. So that was Doug with some great advice on the heavy bag. So give me a little bit. We're still trying to get Mr. Ginn in here. So give us a couple more minutes and we shall be right back. Here's a nice poster of him. So give me a couple minutes and we'll be right back.
Representing North Carolina, age 55, In the blue corner, give it up for Jeffrey Hill. All the way from California, coming in at 170 pounds, age 53. In the red corner, give it up for David Morrow.
Get busy, get busy, get busy. Yes, more, Dave. Again. Go, Dave, get that in. Get it in. Come on. 1, 2, Dave, come on. That's it. Good, good. Again, again. More, Dave. Good, great. Good, great. 1, 2. Don't wait, Dave. Everything you got, everything you got. Come on. Everything you got. Stop!
All right. Split decision goes to blue corner. Next up, we got bout number 6, bout number 7 and 8. Be ready. Bouts number 7 and 8. Be ready.
All right, all right. So, give me 1 second, please. All right. So, unfortunately, we've been trying to get Mr. Ginn on. We're having some technical difficulties here. So, what we're going to do is, if he has the time, we'll try to reset this for tomorrow and try to get his interview in, because that's very important. So we're going to cut it short today, and we're going to redo it tomorrow. I would say probably about the same time. Let me talk to Mr. Ginn, and then we'll figure it out. Oh, hold on, hold on. Here he is. We got him. Hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. All right, all right. So coming in at the last second, but it's the second that counts. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix this up a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Brad, can you do me a favor? Can you turn your phone sideways so we get you along the See if we can get you on. There you go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. All right. Without further ado, we got none other than Mr. Ginn in the house. How we doing, sir? How we doing?
Excellent. How are you doing, Manny?
Doing good, doing good. Had a little trouble there, but we got you on. I think what it is at some point there was a section where you were missing, where it has to, you have to accept like the audio and video in order for it to go back and forth. You know what I mean? But we got it. We got you
Gotcha.
here. That's all that counts. That's what's important. So let's get it started, man. First of all, let's find out a little bit more about you. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and what was it like where you grew up?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. What a good time of the year to come together, to be with family and whatnot. So we're thankful for this, and certainly for the Masters division and what you did for us, Manny. So thank you. But yeah, so I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. Been here since 1990, and I started at probably wanting to know a little bit more about boxing from none other than Rocky, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Not all
Yeah.
master boxers absolutely inspired by Rocky and all the Rocky movies. I know I sure was.
For sure, for sure. We're having there he is. Okay. You froze up for a second, boss.
Oh no. Let's put it on, see if we can get it on Wi-Fi, and maybe will help us out a little bit better.
Perfect. All right. All right. So, yeah, awesome, man. So, as a kid, and did you grow up? Were you born and raised in Huntsville, Alabama? He might have frozen up. Let's see. Let's give him a second. Let's see if it switches over and he has a little bit better internet connection. And so we can keep it moving.
All right.
There he is. All right. So
We'll just fly off. How about that?
What's that?
We'll just keep my Wi-Fi.
Okay. All right. So, so you were born and raised in Huntsville, Alabama? Is that correct?
Wasn't born here. I was born way up north, but really lived most of my early in South Florida, and
Okay.
we moved. Yeah, and that's where I guess I started to get into boxing a little bit, just watching Tyson and on HBO and Rocky movies. And,
Yeah.
but moved to Huntsville in 1990.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird, bro, because I'm 48. You know what I mean? So when you start talking like 90s and stuff, it's like when I was in high school and stuff. So it takes me back to
you
a
and
certain
I
time.
were the same age. I'll
Yeah,
be
exactly.
in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, so as you were growing up, were there other sports also that you were into, or how did you get into boxing, and did you participate in any other sports?
Yeah. So early on, my dad put us. I have two older brothers. Put us in sports at a very early age. I started playing soccer when I was 5 years old. And I kept playing soccer up until I think I was 14. Also played baseball at probably 7 and stayed with it probably until I was 14 as well. Football, basketball, those were a little bit of that, but mainly baseball and soccer were staples.
Okay.
But we were athletes. That's when we were kids. We played recreational leagues all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, and so as time passes by, I know you got into boxing. So how did you get into boxing? And then what was your experience in your younger years in boxing?
Yeah, so uh, I moved first. I kind of got into boxing in a rather unorthodox path. Most of the guys that I run into in the Masters circuit had a junior Olympic sort of pedigree, if you will.
Right.
It's the ones that have a lot of experience. And I actually started training with a guy named Warren at an East-West martial arts back when 18, 19 years old for years. And we got into he was really new. This was before MMA really even
Yeah.
was a thing. I was doing JKD stuff, so Jeet Kune Do, which is Bruce Lee's style that he created, where he's efficient and effective. That's what you do,
Right.
and we use all disciplines. So the name East West, he was barred from both sides of the hymn, if you will. But for the most part, we did everything from striking, boxing, wrestling, Filipino knife and stick. But what really honed in on, and this was me and kind of went into boxing, was body mechanics. When he showed me how the body was to use leverage, and especially in the striking form, it was a game changer. And so aside of that, I kind of radio about the Music City Mixery having amateur competitions in boxing up in Nashville, and I always wanted to see what my training could do. So I loving boxing as I did when I was a kid, and seeing Mike Tyson and movies, to go try my hand. So I went up there to Nashville. My best friend Terrell, we went up there and got a second round knockout, and it was fun. And so we decided to keep going back. And so I went for about 2 months, ended up going 8-0. I set a knockout record up there, and then life responsibilities would happen, and I would bring a baby girl into the world at
There you
23,
go.
and it was time to pause and get into life abilities. And so I didn't really get into actual USA boxing until 2003. And I had found
Okay.
out there was an opportunity to get a pass book.
Yeah.
And if you got a pass book, compete in all these tournaments all over the place. And I was fortunate enough to get a recommend for Champions Boxing in Birmingham under Kurt McCune, and worked with Kurt for 3.5 years, and
Wow.
we absolutely made some noise.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah, yeah. Kids will change. Kids will change destinations at times, right? But they're such a blessing,
Yeah,
though. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Awesome, man. Now, how did you hear about Masters Boxing? And when did you end up getting into Masters Boxing?
Yeah, so I would say about 5 years ago, I started change how I was, headed in life. I was doing a little bit too much eating pizza, drinking too much beer, watching Saturday football, and just kind of really and so I made some change. I made to eat clean, to get back that won championships, and did all my earlier years. And I told some folks after I'm ready to get back in the ring, and I had heard that there was some masters fishing, and looked around. The first, I'll be honest with you, was Sugar Burt. So
Okay.
that was how I got introduced to how I could compete. And in 2019, my best friend Carol and I flew down to Orlando, be in this quote unquote Sugar Burt competition, and I couldn't get matched up. I didn't understand how the whole thing worked, to be perfect with you. And we got to go to Disney World. We got to go to Epcot and have a great time. But I didn't get to fight. And
Yeah.
20 COVID pretty much shut most everything down. But
Yeah.
kept training, and I found the market. I found your tournament. Martin had a tournament in Fort Bragg, a title invitational.
Yeah.
And I found out in Atlanta Masters, and so that's what I did. I literally mapped out I said I wanted to fight in Christian's tournament. I wanted to fight the Atlanta Masters. I wanted to fight in Las tournament, Boston, Texas, and I mapped it all out. And that was in 2021, and unfortunately, we did well. We've been fortunate to walk away with. So, but it's been a blessing to ride.
Absolutely. No, and the thing is that you work hard at what you do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people don't realize the effort and time that you have to put into it to be successful. You know what I mean? And like for example, myself, just looking at your some of your social media outlets, like your Facebook page, how you eat, how you take care of your body, you know what I mean, how you train and everything. It looks like you also opened up your own gym. Is that correct? Or you have your own program?
Was I turned my garage to my boxing playground, so I never have an excuse on what I train. And I was fortunate enough where I can buy a few pieces of, and my wife has been supporting me basically and so I got everything from a Cobra Reefs to squat machine to weights, the Omni bag, speed bag, and out and train like this is rear. It everything I do. I wake up with a purpose to train. I lost a long time, and I got my nose and then getting about $1,000 worth of surgery to repair it, and thankfully U.S. Boxing covered it. But I never want to again, and so I train. I train, and I fear of losing, so I train as hard as I can, and I make sure I eat right for it. I'm 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
no alcohol, no junk food. For Vegas, January 1.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And to those of you that are new to Masters Boxing or to any sport in general, but for something that you want to compete in, like boxing, this is a great example of some of the things that you can actually follow what he does and how he prepares himself, because like I've told people many times before, we can have two guys that have no bouts and be the same age, be the same weight, and have no bouts, but the training that one does versus the training that the other does could be a huge difference. So the importance of having a coach, the importance of having people to be able to talk to, and just kind of pick their brains and everything on some of the things that made, like for example, yourself successful is great. And this is the great thing about Masters Boxing is no one's here like, oh, I can't tell you what I do because that's just mine. You know what I mean? Like everybody kind of shares with each other. And everybody wants to see the next person be successful as well. You know what I mean? When we compete to win. When it's over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we cheer each other out. There was a great picture. I wish I would have had it, but there's a great picture of you and Rick Bobigan from Houston. Two gentlemen that work hard, are very successful in boxing because of the work ethic that they put in. You know what I mean? I wish I would have had it because I thought that was such a great picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw him after he in the ring, and I didn't know who he was, and I just saw this guy and I had such admiration. I just asked him if he would mind if he would take a picture with That's me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that guy's a true warrior right there.
Yeah. Yeah. The cool thing is he was talking about you when we were in Houston. So it was really cool. It
Oh,
was really
wow.
cool to see. Yeah. So it was real cool, man. And that's the for me, like that's the motivation part for me that keeps me going to Masters Boxing is the friendships and the relationships that are built. It's so unique and so it's a beautiful thing. And like I tell people a lot of times, man, it's hard for me to explain it because you have to experience it. You know what I mean? Once you experience it, then you know, like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. You know, just even I think it was last weekend. You know, Tony Hill, Music City Boxing in Nashville,
yes.
30 minutes from me. I met John going up to New Jersey in the airport for your tournament in
Yeah.
city, and you know that's the thing, we network. That's the deal.
Yeah.
What we're doing with the Masters, and
Yeah.
like you said, sharing information. You network with these people. That's probably some
Yeah.
advice I can give anybody that's interested is go to these tournaments, meet people, shake hands, network.
Yeah.
We were able to get together last week. We drove an hour each way for us to all meet at John's gym and spar and get in. You know,
Yeah.
nobody banging each other, just work.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's all about, man. That's really what it's all about. So tell me, so we talked a little bit about some of the things that you're doing, you know, like you put your garage together and everything. What are some of the things that you're doing outside of boxing? Like, what are some of the things that Mr. Ginn enjoys doing, you know, and whatnot?
Absolutely. So I am also a proud owner and CEO of a real estate management here in Huntsville. And
Awesome.
in fact, formed it about 7 years ago. And in fact, that's the reason why I had to have my gloves. Well, after my third straight Golden Gloves championship in '06, I left it to start this company, abilities. And so we've done well within the past 4 years. We've grown the company 31% year over year in revenue.
Wow.
So we're doing really well. And so basically, I've got passions in my life, and it starts with me and the business, and then it's boxing.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
as long as if I just have those three things, and I can make anything come in that will advance those, I welcome it. Otherwise, I discard it.
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations, brother. And this is what I love. See, people, it's not just about boxing. There's a lot of things that people do outside of boxing. We're all human. We all have different things that we do, both professionally and in a recreational way as well. So, so enjoy life. If you're going to do Masters Boxing, do it. You know what I'm saying? Commit to it. Get your workouts in. Talk to people like Brad said, network, get to know some of the other masters, pick their brains. Everybody's friendly. Everybody, you know, no one wants to see somebody else fail. You know what I'm saying? We're all a family, and we all, you know, we're competitive. You know, like anything else, we're competitive. But definitely we're out there to make those friendships and keep the sport going. You know what I mean? What advice would you have for someone that might be new or someone that might be questioning themselves? Man, is this really for me? You know, am I too old? You know the questions that come along as you know as you get older. You know what I mean?
Of course.
What would you, say to them?
Well, you know, first, you know, I'll tell you, when I first started, my coach, I think it's first important that you get a coach. If you haven't had formal, get a USA certified boxing coach first and foremost. But after that, be a student of the game. All right. I record myself either training, sparring, certainly get a record, but I go back and watch it. I'll watch stuff back from '04, Manny. But you should be and see what you're doing and compare to others that you watch. Watch the sport, see how move. how they torque, how they stay off. You know, I 3 sins of amateur, but I've seen a lot in a lot of tournaments. The first is that they don't have a strategy. They go into the ring and they're just going to respond and react to whatever. And, you know, that were about the first 30 seconds. But you're mentally, and I see guys that are in best shape, right? They're gassed in the second round.
Yeah.
Now, you got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy, and you stick to it. And that helps your not rate, and you can stick to do. I'm going to jab, and I'm going to change levels. I'm going to move on. And, you know, if you do that, it will help slow it down for you. And so is the waiting. Another sin. You don't wait. You got to create your jab. Hand. You don't have to hit it of the time and land. You can strike and make an opening and make something else land. So don't wait. And then third, you know, most of this is they keep their head on the center line. They throw their punches, and the head's there. They don't take their head center line, and so if you have a golf tee, I will give you the pleasure of driving it away. Keep your head off the center, and if you get rid of those 3 sins, you'll probably be successful in amateur boxing.
Absolutely. Some great advice right there. And especially in master boxing, the biggest thing is the head's always in the center line. Always. And it's something that, like, even with my boxes, I try to you know, take away that habit, you know, because that's one of the things that will help you out, you know, the head movement and everything. But some great advice right there. Anything else that we can, before we close out, Mr. Ginn, any shout outs, anything else that you would like to talk about or bring up?
Well, you know, I think ultimately, I hope everybody, you know, I'll tell you one other is, you know, I've seen people having hard, maybe head contact or something in sparring. You know, I picked up one of those video Oculus heads, got a game called Thrill of the Fight, and it may sound child, but let me tell you something. I put a heart rate monitor on, my heart rate up to 88 beats per minute, and my challenge is, can I get it in 30 in between rounds? And if you don't have sparring partners, get you one. I'm telling you, you will get yourself close to fight. Not true, but pretty close. So I would add out there some of the folks that have been into it. The veterans that want to stay in show. So, yeah, that's something there.
Awesome. Okay. If you can do me a favor, if you can shoot me some of that information, and then we'll post it up for everybody, because that would be great. That, I mean, shit, I want to try it out. You know what I mean? So, definitely.
Oh, it's awesome, man. It is fantastic. I mean, you're talking about with the stuff, and I mean, I've been knocked out in VR boxing, and I just, you just work at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. All right, Mr. Ginn, any shout-outs? Any shout-outs, any coaches, family members, you know?
Absolutely.
Give us some shout-outs.
You know, yeah, I mean, absolutely. Gotta say what's up, and thanks to my man Snoop, Rocket City Rocks. We start fighting January 1. I can't wait to get going. Of course, my best friend helping it go and keeping us pushing this thing together. Be my coach again in Las Vegas.
Awesome.
And of course, shout out to my wife for continuing to let me chase this dream. But most importantly, we thank Manny for giving us this platform, and we'll come together, man. I wish you and your family nothing but the best, and you and us. So thank
you, brother. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna take a second. To the wife. The wife is the most important. So, gentlemen out there, make sure you put your wife first, and make sure you keep her happy in order for this to work. All right. But
I appreciate the
words. Yeah, I appreciate
Thank you, man.
the kind words and everything. You know, we're all in this together, you know what I'm saying? So it's one big happy family. And again, I wanted to get Mr. Ginn on here because I wanted him to be able to tell a little bit of his story, a little bit about who he is and what he does and what's made him so successful, not only in amateur boxing, masters boxing, and in life, which is what we love to see. You know what I mean? So congratulations on everything, brother. Thank you again for joining us. It was a little bit of a struggle, but we made it. Hey, it's all worth it. You know what I mean? So,
I
so thank you
apologize
again.
for the tech difficulties.
No worries, no worries. We might do it again because it is a little bit choppy, but we might do it again. But I will definitely reach out to you to see if I can have you on Tuesday because we will be doing the awards on Tuesday. So I want to have you on.
Yeah,
So I kind of gave something up there, but you know we'll see who figures it out. All right, but.
fantastic.
But once again, Mr. Ginn, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the ring and outside the ring. And happy holidays to you and your family. Stay blessed, my man, and keep working hard.
Happy holidays, man. We appreciate you. Love you, Manny. You all take care. Keep punching.
All right, brother. Thank you once again. Salute. All right, there we have it. Mr. Ginn live and in effect. I know it was a little choppy. It seemed like he had a little bit of trouble with his internet connection, so it's a little choppy. But I think most of you got a good idea of Mr. Ginn. We might do it again, clean it up a little bit, because I really want his story to be out there and be told. One of the really nicest gentlemen that you will ever meet, but also one of the best boxers you'll see in our division. Once again, like I said, on Tuesday, we will also have Mr. Robert Lenny himself as our special guest. For those of you that don't know Mr. Lenny, he is a 65-year-old master boxer that it was also a basketball coach and has helped youth throughout the years, a teacher as well. So we'll have him on. And again, we will be doing the awards on Tuesday. So stay tuned, get ready for those. And if there is not any other questions, we will be signing off. Again, thank you all that stay tuned. Thank you for allowing us to get through all the technical difficulties and bring you this broadcast. I guarantee you the next ones will be a lot cleaner and a lot better. But once again, salute to everybody. Happy holidays. And we'll see you on Tuesday after Christmas. And enjoy your family. Enjoy your loved ones. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And we'll see you guys then. Take care. I said take care.